The person that has control over the reaction is the person that's going to persevere. This is what prison taught me. Every day I used to get up and I'd thank God for eyes, for legs to walk with, and just a beat in my heart and another opportunity to live my life. And if you can have that attitude and perspective, you're going to be better in the tough times and you're going to cherish the good times that much more. I was able to turn prison into the best experience of my life to that point because of this mindset shift. Instead of being a victim and looking at everything that was going to go against me and go wrong and project into the future, I started talking to myself differently and painting a picture of an optimistic future. Welcome back to another episode of the Unstoppable Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Crane. Thank you for tuning into the message today. Make sure to subscribe and share. This one's going to be all about mindset, you guys. I think the biggest mistake I see people making is in the way they think. So I'm kind of going to break down a perspective shift that will help you in your life. And it's something that radically changed my life. What it is the way that you perceive life events and circumstances and how you react is literally everything. Life is not what happens to you. It's how you react to those situations. Now, I learned this when I went to prison. I was able to turn prison into the best experience of my life to that point because of this mindset shift. Instead of being a victim and looking at everything that was going to go against me and go wrong and project into the future, I started talking to myself differently and painting a picture of an optimistic future where I would live a better life, where I would have a sober life, where I would have a family, where I would have a career that I loved. Like all these things that I have today, I started envisioning them while I was in prison. And I told myself, if I can make this time count, it's going to lead to me having a successful life when I get out. And so the biggest mistake I see a lot of people make in their life is they're constantly talking to themselves negatively. And most people don't even realize they're doing this. In fact, research shows that 90% of people's thoughts every day are reoccurring, and 60 to 70 of those thoughts are negative and self-defeating. And I want you to really sit back and reflect on this for a moment. I want you to think about how often you're going through your day and you start getting mad about something that hasn't even happened yet. You start projecting into the future and worrying about all the stuff you have to do, or what if something doesn't go right, or what if this person does that, and you get yourself in a negative state. And when that happens, your emotions are affected, and then you start treating people differently. Your actions, they're tainted. You're not going to be your best self in those moments. We're always going to go through tests. I'm being tested every day, every week of my life. And I learned a long time ago that those tests are either going to make or break me. Whether you're a parent, a business owner, whether you're in a marriage, you're going to always be tested and challenged in any given set of circumstances. The person that has control over the reaction is the person that's going to persevere. Just today, I was getting up to go to the gym this morning, and I've been dealing with a really bad shoulder injury. I'm in a lot of pain. And it's testing me because when you're in pain, it's really hard to be in a good mood and to be cheerful. Like you're just in pain, you're in agony. It really takes a toll on how you feel. And so I was driving to the gym and my shoulder was killing me. And then I started working out and I got a message from one of my team members. And he said, "Hey, I don't know what's going on, but one of your business accounts is at zero and there's been a hold placed on your funds." And I'm like, "Oh, great. Okay, so my shoulder's fucking killing me. I just want to punch somebody in the face right now. I'm so angry." And now all my money's frozen for God knows what reason. And in that moment, like those are the two things, two of many things, but two things that can really affect you. When you're in pain, it's going to change the way you act. And when your finances are in a bad situation, it really affects people and how they feel. And so in that moment, I know that like my reaction's everything, you guys. I could have chose to get angry and upset and let it ruin my workout and been on my phone texting and calling people. I really just said, fuck it. When I was younger, I had the fuck it attitude for all the wrong reasons. Fuck school, like fuck, like going to college. I just was drinking, being a wild man, like no goals and very reckless. Since going to prison and coming home, I still have the fuck it attitude, but it's for the right reason. I focus on what I can control and I focus on my reaction because that's what I have control over. I don't have control over the bank and why they froze my account. I don't have really that much control over the pain I'm in. Yeah, I can fix my shoulder and go to the doctor and do stuff. But in that moment, I can't change that, But I can focus on my reaction and my subsequent actions. And this is everything. But when you're thinking negatively and you're projecting into the future in a way that makes you feel like a victim or helpless, you don't focus on what you can control. In fact, you neglect it. You neglect the things that are within your power, in your control, and you dwell on things and focus on things outside of your control. And this is what most people do, and this is why they have a negative mindset, and this is why they're never going to become their best selves, because they don't have self-control. And it comes down to awareness. In the moments where you're being tested and tried and things are difficult and circumstances aren't in your favor, you need to be able to pause for a moment before you react and reflect on how you're going to proceed. Reflect on your decision making, reflect on your actions. There's always a way to persevere. There's always a way to win. There's always a solution. But chances are you're not seeing it because of the way you're thinking. And this is something you have to train yourself to do. Like, you have to actively train yourself in every set of circumstances to go, okay, the way I behave right now, is this the person I want to be, or is this someone I'm going to regret one day? And that's a little mindset hack that I teach my clients. I tell them, when you're doing anything in life, ask yourself, is this how my best self would do this right now? Or is this how somebody that I'm going to regret one day, a guy that's going to settle, would do it? That awareness right there can make all the difference in how you behave. And we're not perfect. Dude, I'm not freaking perfect. I fuck up all the time. Sometimes I raise my voice with my kids. Sometimes I'm not present when I'm around my wife. She's like, dude, you're on your phone. Sometimes, I'm driving and someone does something stupid on the road and I just want to chase them down and beat them up. I don't do that, right? But I'm just saying, I'm a flawed human being just like all of us. We're all flawed. The difference is I'm constantly working on myself because I want to be better, and I hold myself to a high standard. And because of that, and because I think this way often, I catch myself a lot, and I'm able to learn from mistakes or fix things in my life. And today was just a reminder too, like, there's always tons of things we could be angry and upset about. As I was leaving the gym this morning, I saw the most beautiful sunrise. The whole sky was just like pink and full of these beautiful colors. And I chose to focus on that beauty and the fact that I've been blessed another day of life, instead of dwelling on all the challenges or problems that were taking place this morning. I thought about the fact that I literally have legs that I could walk with. Like, some people are in wheelchairs, man. I have eyes, I could see colors, like I'm not blind. Imagine if you were blind. What if you woke up tomorrow and you were fucking blind? You would feel so foolish and stupid for all the time you spent being negative and not cherishing your life. And you'd never get your sight back, maybe. And you would give anything to just go back in time and just be sitting in those problems that you once dwelled on, right? This is what prison taught me. Every day I used to get up and I'd thank God for eyes, for legs to walk with, and just a beat in my heart and another opportunity to live my life. And if you can have that attitude and perspective, you're going to be better in the tough times, and you're going to cherish the good times that much more. Your mindset's everything. The way you think dictates how you feel, and literally over time, it's going to shape and mold the life that you live. So if you want to take control of your life, you got to start by taking control of your thoughts. Please share this episode with somebody that you know struggles in their self-talk. You know that they're capable of more, but they're just sabotaging themselves. And I want you guys to take some actionable steps. I want you to get up every morning and start writing down positive affirmations. And I want you to specifically write down, will I make decisions today based on who I want to be or somebody that I'm going to regret one day? And that awareness could change your life.